Hi dear students, once again I came before you through this video with a new concept in mathematics. Before going into details, do remember you share this video to your friends and classmates so that they also utilize this video to enrich to some extent in mathematics. Okay children, let us go into details of this video. In this video I am going to deal with types of sets. You see, empty set. What do you mean by empty set? A set which does not contain any element is called empty set. This empty set is also called as null set or void set. Empty set is represented by the symbol phi. So like this symbol is called phi, called as phi. Empty set is also represented by flower brackets. Within these flower brackets no elements are written, so this represents empty set. Example, so set builder form operating a set A is equal to set of all x such that 1 less than x less than 2, where x is a natural number. So this set is an empty set. So if you just observe, x is lying between 1 and 2, where this x will be a natural number. So is there any natural number between 1 and 2? No. So that means the set A does not contain any element. Okay. Next, second example. B is equal to set of all x such that x square minus 2 is equal to 0 and x is a rational number. So this x should be a rational number and satisfy the condition x square minus 2 is equal to 0. If you take this equation, it will be x square is equal to 2. If you take minus 2 to right side, it becomes 2. That means x square is equal to 2. From that, x is equal to root 2. So x value is root 2. Now, is root 2 a rational number? No, it's a irrational number. That means B does not contain any element. So this is the another example for empty set. Next, let us see a note. Suppose there is a flower bracket containing 0. Sometimes we do mistake telling that this is an empty set, but it's not an empty set because here 0 is also a element in this set. So this is not an empty set. Okay. Next one, singleton set. Singleton set means set with single element is called singleton set. That means the set contains only one element. Such set is called singleton set. Here is an example. Set A containing elements which are even prime numbers. So set with even prime number, how many we will have? We will have only one number, that is 2. 2 is the even prime number. It is an even number as well as it is prime number. Okay. So that means A is equal to set 2. So A has only one element. So A is called here set 2. This is a singleton set. Next, disjoint sets. So what do you mean by disjoint sets? Sets without any common elements are called disjoint sets. Means the set should not contain any common elements. Let us see an example. A is a set with elements 1, 3, 5, 7, and B is a set with elements 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, do these two sets have common elements? No, they do not have any common elements. That means these two sets are disjoint sets. Yes, these sets do not have any common elements, hence they are called disjoint sets. Now let us see subset. If some or all elements of a set A are elements of B, we say that B is a set of A, subset of A. This is denoted by B subset A. Subset, the symbol written. Turn right side U, isn't it? Just like U which is turned towards right side, like this. So this symbol is called subset. So here elements in B, whatever they exist, all exist in A. Means set A has elements that are existing in B as well as it contains other also. Okay. Now conversely, if B is subset of A, if and only if every element of B is also an element of A. Example, set of natural numbers n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And set of whole numbers W is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. If you just observe here, this n starts with 1 and continues. Here W whole numbers starts with 0 and 1, 2, 3. Means we just observe carefully. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. all exists in here also, in W also, isn't it? That means all elements existing in N exists in W. And excess, we have 0 also in W, which does not exist in N. So N is subset of W. So from above we see that set of natural numbers is a subset of set of whole numbers. So this we write as N subset of W. Equal sets. If every element in set A belongs to set B and every element in B belongs to A, then two sets A and B are said to be equal sets. That means elements in A should exist in B and elements in B should exist in A. Let's see the example. A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 8, 9. B is equal to 5, 1, 3, 9, 8. If you carefully observe, this order changes. But if you just check what elements exist in A, all those elements exist in B. Isn't it? 5 exists, 1 exists, 3 exists, and 9, 8, so on. Similarly, conversely, elements in A exist in B. In this case, so A is equal to B. Now, P is equal to 1, 2, 3, and Q is equal to 5, 6, 7. Now here, does the elements in P exist in Q? No. Does elements in Q exist in P? No. Isn't it? So in this case, P is not equal to Q, not equal to. So equal sign intersected by a slant line, not equal. Okay. So even though equal number are there elements, but they are not equal. Same element should exist in both the sets. Next one, equivalent sets. Two sets with same number of elements where the elements not same are called equivalent sets. That means same number of elements will be equal, but those elements need not be same. Example, so P, set P is equal to 1, 2, 3 and Q. set 5, 6, 7. So we have taken above example. In this, here we have 3 elements, here also we have 3 elements, but they are not same. But as they have equal number of elements, so these two sets are called equivalent sets. So equivalent means symbol we use like this, double arrowed line. Next one, cardinal number. What is cardinal number? Number of elements in a set is called the cardinal number of the set. If A is the set, there is cardinal number is represented by n of A, small n within bracket capital A. Example, A is equal to 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. Then cardinal number of A is written as n of A is equal to 5, because we have here 5 elements. So 5. Finite set or infinite set. So if the cardinal number of a set is definite, whole number, then set is finite, otherwise it is infinite. That means if we have a limited number of elements which are countable, if you are able to say, so definitely so many elements are existing, if you are able to tell exactly the number, then it is finite set. If you are not able to tell the exact number, how many elements exist, then that set is called infinite set. Let us see an example. A is equal to 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. In this, n of A is 5, which is definite. So A is finite set. Suppose B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. etc. So here, up to how many values? Up to what value this B contains? We do not know, isn't it? So here n of B is not definite. We can't tell how many elements it exists. So this set is infinite set. So that's the end this video. Thank you, children.